Alright, we're back. I think. I hope. I'm not sure though. Some shit went down. Technical difficulties. So, because of that, oh shit, I gotta reactivate New Game Plus mode. When I came back, the stream was offline, so I went ahead and logged off and changed characters to do something really quick, and then came back, and I restarted the stream right where we were standing, as you'll soon see when I transition back. But before I transition back, I need to make sure, well, actually, no, let me transition now. What's up, everyone? Welcome back from technical difficulties. You know what that means. It means it's tool time. And it also means it's rewind time. No, luckily it's not, because, like I said, the stream apparently went offline. The stream apparently went offline while I was gone, BRB, and when I came back, it was already off or whatever. But I just started the stream again right now. I need to check that it's actually running. So give me 1 second. Uh-oh. Is it? I'm not convinced. Well, on Discord, the purple dot's there. But on my phone, it's not showing that I'm live yet, so let me open up my web browser again. I did this when I came back too, because Streamlabs OBS acted like I was, online when I really wasn't. Technical difficulties. I remember when I used to stream, like a year or two ago. It's only been about a year since I last streamed. I was, I would have my stream open on the web browser. Okay, it looks like we're live. It's only been about a year since I last streamed. Oh, there's me. Yeah, there you go. Now you heard me twice say the same thing. Okay, good. I'm live. Hope that doesn't happen again. For some reason, my Twitch app on my phone is like, oh, there it is. I guess I checked it too early. Now it has a little red dot. And now it says live, and I can manage the channel. Okay, good. Yeah, so we're back. Sweet. I haven't been talking to myself. Good. Alright, let me close this because it takes up too much RAM. Let me send this really quick. There we go. Okay, that's all sorted. Our technical difficulties music. Alright, that's enough of that. Rewind that. Alright. I'll turn the video game audio back on. There we go. Sweet. Alright, we're back. So, let's hope that doesn't happen again mid-scene or something. Luckily before I went offline, I did talk to all of these people and then put up BRB. Just gotta turn in the quest now, so let's do it. Aye, so there's a bit of touch and go in places, I grant you, but here we all are, and all with our bits still attached. This calls for a foeman flagon of... Hold on. Ain't we missing someone? Didn't I tell Utada to wait for us here? Never fear. We've been keeping the girl company. Oh, shit. Also, I like how he said, with our bits still intact, he sounds just like Wedge after we finished Alexander. But enough about her. Did you see the cannon on that ship? As you know, my dear Leofard, I am not easily moved, but the sheer power on display set me all a-quiver. You hear that? She got set all a-quiver from the sheer power. Well, I hope you're content to admire it from afar. That vessel ain't for the likes of you and me. Do not presume to measure me by your own limitations. Besides, I believe I've shown how resourceful I can be. Which brings me neatly to the point. You have in your possession a device capable of tracking the ghost ship. Hand it over, or your engineer shall suffer the consequences. Damn. Bastards. Perfect! A compass pointing the way to my just reward. A weapon like that belongs in the hands of one with the will to use it. Come, lads, our business here is concluded. I'm sorry, Captain. They caught me off guard. Oh, don't be sad, Utada. It's not your fault. You get a bang on the head or something? The man I know would never give in to scum like her without a fight. Unless... that shit-eating grin. What did you do to the compass? To the compass, sorry. Oh, me? Not. Besides slipping a link pearl into its casing like. Ha-ha! So long as Radley keeps it close, and you can be damn sure she will. We'll know exactly what them thieving bastards are planning. Anyone care to wager how long it'll take her to notice me little gift? That's very clever and all, but how are you proposing to stop her from getting her hands on that derelict and its great big cannon? I ain't worked that part out yet, but I expect I'll start with us keeping a close eye on talents. Before we get into any of that, though, I've got some questions that need answering. You wish to know more of the Void Ark? The ghost ship, as you call it? The Void Ark. So that's its proper name. Aye, I'd like to hear whatever you'd care to tell us, Puss. And I, for my part, am curious to hear your stories. Ere we continue, however, I must insist that you address me by my proper name, Kate Sith. Oh, shit! I will not respond to Puss or Cat, and most decidedly not Furball. I think I might have called it a Furball back on the Void Ark, I'm not sure. Maybe I just called it a cat, the talking cat. Kate Sith makes a cameo appearance as an actual cat, not just a fucking stuffed doll that looks like a cat, being controlled remotely by Reeve from Shinra. Pause, champ. My tale begins long, long ago in the city of Mach, which once stood in the lands of Yapayem. The sorcerers of Mach were masters of destructive magics, and they brought that terrible power to bear against Amdapor and Nim in the War of the Magi. Yeah, see, it was, Amdapor was where the white mages were. Nim might be referring to the Wanderer's Palace, the Scholars. 3 types of mages. Arcanists, basically. The titanic forces they unleashed, however, took a heavy toll upon the land, ultimately resulting in a colossal flood that drowned the realm of Eorzea. A catastrophe which my master High Void Mage Cesar was wise enough to foresee. The Great Flood of Noah's Ark, adapted for FF14. Gotta love it. Wait. Colossal flood? Are you talking about the 6th Umbral Calamity? I suppose you would know it as such. Now where was I? Ah yes. When they learned of the fate that awaited them, the Maki Magi began construction of a gargantuan vessel that would bear their people to the skies and to safety. It's got a long-ass tail, I just noticed. Like, that's huge. The operation of the Void Ark, as the ship came to be called, was entrusted to Cesar. Prior to that, of course, my master had been a prisoner in her own home, confined for her outspoken opposition to the war. Of course. So the Ark was meant as a sanctuary? Then how did it come to be so, I mean, what happened to all the people? And where did all the Void Sun come from? Well, black mages tend to play with those, so... By what power do you imagine such a massive craft remains aloft? The energy required to raise the Ark was siphoned from over 1,000 otherworldly servants sealed within the vessel. Advances in Maki sorcery were made for one reason and one reason only: cataclysmic destructive power. And the swiftest and most dangerous method of acquiring that power was through the enslavement of void-sent entities. Okay. We're good. Almost sneezed. So, the creatures on the derelict, they broke free from your master's control? Black mages, thaumaturgs, they do that. They mess around with Arc forces, like I said before. That's what they do. That's what kind of defines them, really. At the very heart of the Ark, the Void Mages had entombed the great ruler of the Voidsent, Skashaha, the Shadow Queen. I've been told that's how you pronounce it. I don't actually know. But in order to control so potent a prisoner, a mage of adamant will was required. And being Mok's preeminent sorcerer, Cesara was deemed best qualified. Were it otherwise, my master might never have been released from her own imprisonment. So then what happened? Shaking his fist. Tiny-ass fist. Yet even with Cesara's peerless skill, the Shadow Queen could not long be subjugated. One after another, the Lesser Voidsent awoke and ran rampant within the ship. In the end, Cesara and the 53 Void Mages aboard the Ark sacrificed their own life energies to return the fiends to their coffins, leaving me, a lowly familiar, to watch over a derelict prison. Damn. That's rough. If I remember me Umbrelleras right, the stuff you just described happened more than 1,500 years past, which is a good while by anyone's measure. And since everything seems to have been quiet on board your boat till just recently, I'm thinking something unusual must have happened to wake the inmates up. Am I warm? One day, a void scent that had taken the shape of a bat flew into the ship. At first, it was little more than a nuisance that I brushed away, but the longer it remained on the Ark, the stronger it seemed to become. Eventually, I could not contend with its power, and it began shattering seal after seal. Diablos. I do like that, again, I said this before in the Lost City of Amdapor, but, oh, there it is. You have faced this bat-winged fiend before? It would seem, then, that the creature survived the encounter, and that he intends to celebrate his restoration by liberating his queen. Yeah, he wants another round against me, huh? He's pissed I did him in earlier, but, again, apparently he survived. Well, that explains that, then, except for one small detail, namely, where the queen's coffin went. After it fell out of the ship's belly, I'm assuming it didn't just disappear, right? Also, that dialogue is probably different if you didn't do the side quest for Lost City of Amdapor. Then your character won't recognize Diablos, and Kate Sith won't say that, probably. Well, obviously, yeah, he won't say that. But I was going to say real quick, and I meant to say this during the scenes when we left the Void Ark, when we escaped. I'm glad that they kept the Final Fantasy VIII rendition much more intimidating of Diablos, because in Final Fantasy XII, he was literally just an imp with his wings on fire. He was literally just a reskinned imp. They just colored his wings to make him be on fire, and that was it. Kind of sucked. Anyway, Leofard says, well, that explains that then, except for one small detail, namely where the queen's coffin went. After it fell out of the ship's belly, I'm assuming it didn't just disappear, right? You recall the great rifts that the Ark's cannon ripped in the sky? That was a void gate. Such a portal opens a temporary path through the void, allowing the ship to travel almost instantaneously from one location to another. The void scent, as you saw, only opened a gate large enough to displace the coffin. As for the coffin's destination, however, that is as much a mystery to me as it is to you. I beseech you, conquerors of the Ark, help me find the Queen's coffin ere the wards binding Skashaha are dispelled. Skashaha, that chick's actually pretty hot in Fate Grand Order, I gotta say. I like this response. Excuse me. Smells to me like an adventure, and who knows what ancient Maki treasures we might stumble on along the way. Gods know they'll make a nice change from all of them Malagan tombstones we've been collecting. You and me both, Leofard. I will help you. I'm not risking me hide for the sake of the realm, you understand, but I'll be damned if I let either Rodley or that bat-winged bastard take the freedom of the skies from me. Attaboy. You care only for how you might be inconvenienced? If the Shadow Queen were to return, it would have dire consequences for this entire star. Damn. Count your blessings, Furball. I said we'd help, didn't I? Even if it is for a selfish reason. I like his attitude. It's like Luffy from fucking One Piece or some shit. Dude's all about adventure. Before we go rushing off in search of that coffin, though, there's preparations to be made. You might as well get back to your usual heroical employment, Leon. I'll let you know when it's time to round up your mates again. Right on, dude. I'm looking forward to it as much as you. Like I said, I became an adventurer for this shit, too. Just like Leofard, I'm equally as enthusiastic. I live for this shit! Let's kick some ass! See some sights? Do some cool stuff? I don't know. Make some money and treasure along the way. Wherever the wind takes us, as they say, right? I'm all for it. The time is nigh, my dear Talons. Soon we shall seize control of the ghost ship and all its power, and rule the skies from here to the ends of the world. All the different voice types for cheering from different races, mostly heroes and elephants. Jesus Christ. The rules, guys. There's the first announcement for maintenance starting in less than 2 hours now. Alright, Stacia, I'm back. What's up? The Weeping City. Stacia appears to be in need of your assistance. Leon! I was just about to fly out to Ishgard and track you down. You remember Kate Sith, that Maki familiar? We've been working with him on a plan to find Diablos in the Queen's coffin. 6 months later. Not in-game, real time. So they have to remind you of what's going on, because it's been 6 months. There have been void sightings from pirates all over, so we know that bat-winged bugger is hiding someplace in the sky. We just don't know exactly where. And as for going about pinpointing the location, Leofard and the feline are bickering over just exactly how. That's where you come in. If you have a spare moment or two, we could use a third opinion to break the stalemate. It's done pretty well before, but shit, I might have missed the spot. Damn. Or it's just the glare from the TV. Besides all that, Leofard's eager to have another hand to help in the search, so come on over to the Perrick as soon as you're able. You know the way from here, don't you? Yep. I literally just click on your fucking sign and off we go. What do you think? I'll talk to you again. Come on over to the Perrick when you have a spare moment. I'm tired of hearing those two arguing, and that's the God's honest truth. Alright, I'm going. I don't know what that was. Oh shit. Gentlemen? Oh, like a mini on. What the fuck was that? Alright, Stacia, lay it on me. Thanks for coming. The captain and the cat are inside, still having their discussion. Talk to Leofard, will you? Before I strangle the both of them. Alright. Let's get a good look at this place. So this is their headquarters. Nice and humble. It's just a small little island floating in the sky. Nothing too, that's my ship right there. But yeah, nothing too, I don't know, grandiose. Like squabbling children, the pair of them. Help Leofard settle this, would you? Why is Kate Sith's targeting circle so gigantic? Ah, Leon! A rational mind such as yours is most welcome. Pray reason with this wind-addled brigand. Okay, I'll do what I can, dude. Just settle down. Let's just try to stay calm. Where's Mark's voice clip when you need it? From Resident Evil Outbreak. If you're here to ask about the Queen's coffin, then you'd best turn around and walk straight out again. This aggravating furballs turned my mood sour as month-old all goat milk. Leofard! Leon's come all this way to help us, at your request, I might add. He deserves to hear where we stand on the search, at least. Sorry, I think he was just venting. Well, what's up, dude? The search has given me ulcers, is what it is. By all reports, Diablos is lurking somewhere in the heavens building up his forces. But the sky is a vast dome, as high as the ocean is deep, and we've not the pirates to scour every damn floating rock. That's when I tried my luck with Rodleo. You remember her, don't you? Captain of the Talons, blonde hair, one eye, stole our bloody compass? Yeah, I remember. So I like all the bottles of booze all over the place. See right behind them? Some of that liquor looks kind of delicious. I want to try it. Tasty. Well, I've been eavesdropping with that link pearl I slipped into the casing, hoping to catch something useful. But all I've heard from her and her sorry crew is snoring, grumbling, and japes about the Archbishop's holy nethers. Which refers to what? In the end, it seems we've no choice but to do this the hard way. But a certain Mulan annoyance refuses to acknowledge the truth of it. You cannot possibly hope to investigate the entire sky with this meager handful of ne'er-do-wells. I find my suggestion to seek aid from your fellow pirate gangs a perfectly reasonable one under the circumstances. I'm trying to read too fast, I gotta slow down. Ah, stow it, you mangy alley cat! Oh, shit! You've not the faintest idea of how sky pirates operate. Best case scenario would be locked into a deal to hand over any treasure we find. And that's assuming we weren't laughed out of the room to begin with. You cannot assume that every man and woman shares your base morality. If we but made the attempt, I am sure we could convince some few of the nobility of our cause. And so it goes, round and round. Knowing pirates as I do, I find myself siding with the captain on this. But what of you, Leon? Any thoughts on the matter? Do I side with them or do I stay quiet? I'm sorry, it's the rational thing. I hate to side with Kate says. I hate to side with either one of them in this, but I think Kate says right. We might have to, you know, we gotta seek aid from other crews. I mean, I don't know what else we can do, man. Sorry. I thought about staying silent, but what? You're siding with the furball? I would have thought you'd learned a thing or two about sky pirates by now. However we tackle things, though, we have a long road ahead of us. I'll see if I can't think of a better way to shorten it. You might as well head back to your adventures, Leon. Unless you're willing to lend us your experience in another matter, that is. Utada, our chief engineer, has been mumbling about the Void Ark and cursing under her breath for days. Might be as you can provide some insight into her dilemma. She is conducting her research in the Sea of Clouds, yes? Well, I should rather discuss the properties of the Void Ark than continue with this fruitless debate. I shall see you down there, Leon. Oh, okay. Thought that was... Let me turn this shit off. Fucking notification for nonsense here. There we go. Da-da-da. Ba-na-na-na-na. Okay. I'll take us there, let me just fly over. Okay. Where'd I park my ship? There it is. Passage to Coldwind. I like the little parking spaces. And I like that your character shows up and flies around in the actual You know, the actual ship you were given by Sid to fight Nidhogg or whatever. Good, that straightens me out. I have better horizontal velocity. Time save. Optimal speedrun strats found. Maybe as a meme, as a joke, one day I should actually do a speedrun of the entire story of Epic 14. Using New Game Plus mode. Call it the New Game Plus category speedrun. Heavily RNG based, because you'll still have to rely on queue times for duties. Alright, Kate Sis, I'm here. What's going on? While waiting for word on Diablos, I have been spending my time learning to pilot the Red Bill's little airships. Thankfully, it seems I've mastered enough of the basics to manage this little jaunt. Oh, is that your ship over there? That must be Utada's. Mayhap I could make contact with some other pirates without Leofard's mediation. But let us first address Mistress Utada's words, shall we? Alright. What's wrong, Utada? You're not still down about the compass thing, right? Oh no. I know where this is going. What troubles you, Mistress Utada? We were told that some matter regarding the Void Ark was causing you no small measure of grief. My timing was perfect on that one. Mistress Utada, what are you? Oh! Ah! She couldn't resist. He's too cute and fluffy and furry. And those big-ass eyes. I knew it. As soon as I saw the look on her face, I was like, she wants to hug the shit out of him. Ah, I feel so much better now. My apologies, Kate Sith. You had the misfortune to enter my field of view just as I felt the intense desire to squeeze something warm and fluffy. It's this damnable ecto-compass. I made another one, you see, identical in all respects to the first compass that Rathia stole. But look! It points in a completely different direction to where the Void Ark should currently be. I don't understand what I did wrong. I used the same plans, the same parts. I hadn't seen that scene in ages, so I didn't think that sound clip was going to work so well, but it did. I was like, oh shit, it actually fit when I hit enter. I can imagine that would be infuriating. And you are certain there are no flaws in the design or the materials? I mean, let's face it, she only did what all of us kind of want to do. Looking at Kate Sith's cute little furriness. Positive. I've tweaked and adjusted and replaced every single piece, but it refuses to function as intended. I'm on the verge of tossing the blasted thing over the edge. What do you make of this, Leon? You're asking me again? I'm just gonna take a wild guess, because I don't actually know, but I'm gonna say, what if something happened to the Void Ark? Yes, the cause may indeed lie outside the compass itself. We must consider this dilemma from a broader perspective. Okay. Might you explain to us the principle by which the ecto-compass tracks the Void Ark? It all comes down to etheric signature. I discovered that the Void Ark is encompassed by an energy of rather peculiar composition, so I simply tuned the compass to follow its unique trail. Look at this tiny little paw. An energy of peculiar composition, you're saying? The walking. Of course! The Ark was propelled by the siphoned energies of Voidsent. Could it be that the compass was tracking not the vessel itself, but the ether of the entities imprisoned within? That would certainly explain why the compass now points in a different direction than one would expect. After all, Diablos and the Shadow Queen are no longer on board the Ark. Are you implying that if we plotted a course based on the readings from the ecto compass, we would arrive on the demon's doorstep? So to speak? Just so, Mistress Utada. Assuming my theory is correct, we no longer require outside assistance to pursue our elusive quarry. Well, that's kind of a relief. Is that me or you guys? Okay. I was about to be like, speak! Oh, Stacia! What perfect timing! You won't believe the wonderful discovery we've just... Why so grim suddenly? Talon airships have been spotted en route to our nest. If it's revenge they're looking for, we'd best head back and make ready for them. Oh shit. We're scrapping. I'm glad you're here, Leon, but I don't think they're spoiling for a fight. Oh, okay. We made it, thank the gods. Yeah, it looks like they've been through hell. What the hell happened? It would not appear that these pirates have come with murder and pillage in mind. Quite the opposite, in fact. They seem rather bedraggled and beaten. You don't say. I don't like this, Leon. Why have the Talons come here without their captain? Where is Rodlia? Let's find out. Truce, Redbill! We need your help to save Captain Rodlia! What's your take on this? You're one of Rodlia's favorites. You threatened my crew, steal our compass, and now you come crawling to me for help? What kind of unholy mess have you Cretans stumbled into? Aye, we took your damn compass, but it didn't show us to the ghost ship. We ended up at some moldy old ruins, lousy with void scent. Before we knew it, some sort of spider demon was knocking our ships out of the sky. The two of us managed to pull away, but we saw what happened to them as got caught on the ground. If the captain survived the massacre, she's stuck there with no wings to fly out again. Why don't you give that link pearl a listen, Captain? Might be as we can learn if Rodley is alive or dead, at least. True. Oh, so much buzzing. Can't hear a blasted... Wait, I'm getting some words. They're after... Maki artifact. Damn demons are searching. Hide! And then a bunch of screaming. Seems Rodley is still kicking for now, but who knows for how long. If those screams were an act, then consider me fooled. I don't think the Talons are laying a trap here. I've half a mind to leave Bradley to her fate, but I never turn my back on an adventure. Especially when the scent of treasure's in the air, eh? Now tell me where you found these ruins. You'll help us then? You're a good man, Redbill. We left the captain in the Yafayam Saltmoor, just northwest of Mordona. In Yafayam, you say? Then you must speak of the ruined shell of Mach itself. By Shatoto's black heart. Could they be after the Nullstone? Seem to have an idea what's going on. What's that, Puss? You think you know what those fiends are after? I thought he said he wasn't going to respond to Puss and Furball. Right. Utada, see that these talons are patched up, then have the Ramil ready to fly. And don't spare the oil. You know I love to hear her purr. Leon, Stacia, bring the furball to my quarters. We'll have ourselves a chat about our impending trip to Old Mach. His enthusiasm inspires my own, honestly. I see him get that grin and I'm like, hell yeah, let's fucking do this, man. I'm fucking psyched up. That must be the ship they came in on. It's like, his enthusiasm is contagious, basically. But please, you have to rescue the captain! Easy, buddy, we'll get there. When Leofard asked me to pay special attention to his airship, that's a sign he's fully committed to his next adventure. He had the same spark right before he left aboard the Void Ark. You're wondering why his ship is named Ramil? I never gave it much thought, but I'd wager it was the name of his first love. Or maybe it was a pet. Okay. Good, sir. Alright, what do we got? You know, we've never been friendly with the Talons, but that don't mean we can just sit back and let them be torn to shreds by cackling void scent. So even pirates have a heart for each other to a certain extent, after all. I never imagined Diablos would seek to enter the old city. But I should have suspected as much when I learned that the floodwaters had receded and left Yaphaim exposed. I wonder why you didn't think of searching there after that happened. But again, even he's lamenting that. He's like, I should have expected as much. Alright, Leofard, lay it on us. What's going on? What's the plan? Strategy meeting. Commence. This is the strategy meeting music. Right, Furball. Let's hear about this artifact that Diablos is looking for. If I am to speak of the Nullstone, then I must first explain the method by which Maquis sorcerers would bind the Void Scent into service. Okay. The more powerful the Void Scent, the more difficult it is to manifest its presence in this world. Their own immense strength weighs them down like an anchor, you see, preventing them from breaking the surface of our dimension. Okay. And that is why they cooperate with mortal sorcerers. A mage can provide a suitable vessel for the summoning, or rip a large enough hole in the fabric of reality for the entity itself to step through. Starting to remind me of the Fate series. They need champions or whatever they're called. I can't even remember anymore. They need what's it called? Well, basically a sorcerer, a mage to tie them to this world. Servants. They're called servants because they have to serve mages or sorcerers or whatever for that reason. And let me guess, the mage forces the Void Scent to agree to a pact in return for the invitation into our world? That is correct. But it would be foolhardy to expect such devious and malevolent creatures to abide by the spirit of even the most carefully worded contract. Thus did the Maquis Magi construct an occult device that would more securely bind the Void Scent to their will. A safeguard of sorts, that to the best of my knowledge yet lies entombed within the remnants of the ancient city. The Nullstone was seen as a last resort. Excuse me. Should a Void Scent break its pact and turn on its summoner, the mage could use the relic to disperse the very essence of even the most potent entity, obliterating it completely. I can't see the Royals of the Void taken too kindly to a threat like that. Seems those sorcerers were just as ruthless as the monsters they summoned. When it came to the glory of Mach, the ends justified the means. In any event, we can be certain that Diablos seeks to secure the Nullstone before it falls into mortal hands, and thereby ensure that Skashaha will reign unopposed. That explains a lot. Alright, so we know what the fiends are after. But what I don't understand is why such a valuable relic was left behind when the mages knew a colossal flood was on the way. No time to pack it? Its value was the very reason they chose not to risk its relocation. The Nullstone is kept within a structure constructed for the purpose, secured behind powerful wards and protected by deadly guardians. And with the rising of the waters, they reasoned that the artifact would be sunk along with the city, far beyond the reach of vengeful Void Scent. So there's no Void Scent that can actually swim underwater then? But now that Yaphaim is more swamp than sea, the demons only have the wards and the guardians to deal with. And I doubt they'd be wasting their time down there in the mud if they didn't have some trick to break through the wards. Aye, this is becoming a race to see who can nab the treasure first. Which is just the sort of contest a Sky Pirate lives for. I'm telling you, his smile is contagious. So we slip into the ruins, pinch the relic, then rescue Rodlia right from under the fiends' noses. That's the plan. Well, I suppose we could save her while we're poking around for loot. This motherfucker. Hey, sounds like a plan to me. I'll grab the new compass from Lutada so we know where we're going. Check your weapons, pack your small clothes, and meet me out by the landing when you're ready to fly. Right on, dude. I'll see you there. So, all we need to do is rescue Captain Rodley from a mob of nasty void scent, then retrieve a dangerous artifact from magically defended ruins of an ancient civilization. Easy, eh? You said it. Easy peasy, like taking candy from a baby. I shall join you in this endeavor to recover the Nullstone, though after 1500 years I wonder what remains of the city I once knew. We'll fly directly to Yafayam from here. Once we arrive, you forge ahead with your band of adventurers as you did on the Ark, Leon. Just keep slicing into the depths until you reach that Nullstone. We don't want to risk getting knocked out of the sky like the Talons, so we best land a little ways out from the ruins and head in on foot. The Furball says he knows the place well enough to guide you, so me and the Red Bills will follow behind on rescue duty. You concentrate on smashing the path through to the artifact. We'll check the nooks and crannies for Rodley and her crew. Don't let your guard down once you reach the ruins, though, eh? There's likely golems and such in there what are worse than the fiends outside, and we wouldn't want our hero losing his head now, would we? Thanks. Thank you for your concern, at least. Your job is to carve a path to the vault where they keep the Nullstone. The Red Bills will come in behind and scour the area for Rodley and her crew. And whatever shiny baubles we can get our greedy hands on. Okay. You heard the man. Let's go. Enter the weeping city of Mach. Deep in the Yafayam salt moor lie the ruins of the fabled city of Mach, a civilization of the 5th Astral Era whose prosperity was built upon unparalleled magics of destruction. It is to this ancient edifice and its vaults of occult secrets that you and the Red Bills plan your next foray. You expect to encounter Void Scent, the same terrible beings that grounded Rodley and her crew. But on your path to retrieve a relic of incalculable power, you can prevail over the unfettered miseries... Or can you prevail over the unfettered miseries of the Weeping City itself? Well, the answer to that depends as much on me as it does my soon-to-be fellow adventurers in this foray, so let's find out! Oh my god. Do you see that? Average wait time, 21 minutes. We're likely not even going to get in, even as a tank. Holy shit. Alright, well... I was about to say, while we wait for the queue to pop, let me, BRB real quick. Now I can take my time, because it looks like we might not even get into this before the maintenance starts. Yikes. We only got about an hour and a half, and if the queue takes that long, we'll be lucky to finish on time. Jesus. Anyway, BRB. If we do have to wait a while, I will play some music. Don't worry. Just like we did in Palace of the Dead, where we sat there for literally a 27-minute queue. Holy shit, that was... Anyway, BRB. Alright, I'm back, and yeah, he was still going. Don't expect it to pop anytime soon, so fuck it. Let's play some music, shall we? While we wait. You gotta hand it to, well, the bright side, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. The bright side of queue times like this, we get to, make progress on that playlist that oh, well, we actually finished all the final boss moves, didn't we? Yeah, during that 27-minute Palace of the Dead queue, we ended up, finishing that playlist. Well, we just get to hear more music on my fucking playlist in general, because I have a lot of video game soundtracks on that playlist called Video Game Soundtracks. So, fuck it. Let's go for it. Let me, it may or may not be kind of louder than the game, so headphone warning, letting you know right now. Let's go ahead and just mute the game in the meantime. Okay. Might as well. Any minute now. There we go. The music I've been using to start my streams recently. And then... ooh. Watch the sunset from here. Not quite good enough for me, I gotta say. Maybe I was standing over there, right? Yeah, fuck it. This kinda sucks. Oh, I like that. Alright. Much better view. Worst thing that can happen now is I have to use the restroom while we're sitting in queue, and then all of a sudden, bam, it pops when I'm gone. That might happen, by the way. Hopefully it won't. But if it does, well, then it does. So this is something I noticed my first time through, actually, with Alliance raids and side content in general, but mostly with Alliance raids. So again, the first 3 Crystal Tower series, they were fine, because they're part of MSQ now. As of when I started playing, they were. So everything popped within less than 5 minutes, regardless of anything. But then, the other Alliance raids, like the ones we're doing now, sometimes 1 or 2 out of the 3 for each expansion would have a fast pop like the Void Arc at 5 minutes a little while ago, right? And then the other 2 would have queue times like this, 27 minutes or something like that, 30. It's really weird. I don't know why, like, 2 out of the 3 for every expansion that I did, 2 out of the 3 Alliance raids always had a really long-ass queue time, and one of them was super short. And then I saw that same pattern again with normal raids. Normal raids, yeah. Normal, sorry. Normal raids. I saw the same shit happen, and I was like, what the f. It was a very weird pattern. And again, it didn't matter if there was maintenance or not. Like, most of the time there wasn't maintenance around the corner when I did it. And even I could even do it at peak hours, and I would still sometimes have either a 5-minute queue or a 27-minute queue. It was really weird. So with normal raids, the pattern I usually got was, what's it called? I should switch over. Oh, no, fuck it, let's keep the view. The pattern I usually got with normal raids is like the first one in each set would be like a super fast queue, and then the other 3 in the set for each raid tier for every expansion was like super long ass wait. Big ass queue. It was really fucking weird. Very strange. Actually, you know what? I am gonna do this because otherwise... There we go. The reason I switched over is because, well, I guess if the user interface makes it look ugly, but it's because I muted my TV so I could listen to the music, but then I won't hear the cue pop if my controller turns off. And then we'll miss. Because if you have... Here, let me switch back really quick. If you have this, like you have your user interface off, you will not see the little window saying commence duty or anything. So it's like... It's risky. So either we keep this view, but I turn on the user interface so we don't miss, or we switch back to the YouTube view. Fuck it, we'll keep this view. I'll just wait for my controller to turn off, and then I'll turn the user interface back on. Oh, for those who didn't catch it really quick. This is called Dungeon Fighter Online Pollution Area Stage Background Music. Again, another MMO that I like that's really fun. Alright, time to just sit back and chill. Might grab a snack while we wait. Keep my controller close in case it pops. Alright, folks, that's it. I'm calling it. Even if the queue popped now, an hour is cutting it fucking close. So. Where the fuck am I? Right here. Alright. It's kick-ass music though, right? Look at this queue time though. If I had left my controller completely AFK, I still don't know if this happens. Would I have been kicked out by the auto logout system while waiting in a queue? If I just didn't touch my controller the minute I just said, put me in queue, and I just left it there, and it didn't pop for 30 plus minutes, would it have kicked me out? Because if it does, that's some bullshit. What if you're legitimately waiting, and then nothing happens, and then boom, you just get kicked. You get kicked out of the queue and everything, right? That shit sucks. If that's true. But yeah. We're calling it. It won't kick during queue, thank God. See, I was close to figuring that out myself with Palace of the Dead, but we got to 27 minutes and then it popped. I was like, we were 3 minutes away from finding out the answer to that ourselves. But that queuing gonna pop because, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know, Grims. That's why I said I'm calling it. Before I even turned on my webcam, I was like, we're done. Even if it did pop, trying to beat this in less than an hour with completely random people, that's pushing it. Even if we finished, we probably wouldn't have time for the cutscenes that come after, so we gotta go. We tried, but Pepe hands. Didn't happen. Get the fuck out of here, shall we? Sat in queue for something back then as DPS. I think it was... Yeah, no, Crimson, I have a similar story. Like, I talked about this already before on stream, many streams ago. I sat in a 50-minute queue. I think it was like, it got to like 57 minutes, or 52 minutes, for the Alliance, for Stormblood Alliance raid. For a Stormblood Alliance raid, I sat in queue for 50 plus minutes before it finally popped. It's fucking crazy, dude. It's all them hackers, man. Fucking hackers. No, I'm just kidding. It's all the peeps who do their tricks, we'll just say. Their hacks, their hacksaws. To make sure they always get Crystal Tower, man. That's what it is. That's what it is, man. You know it's what it is. Oh shit. Alright. Vaya con Dios. No sé qué me dijo este güey, pero vaya con Dios. Anyway. Yeah. Like I said, it's... We tried, but we failed. Alright, folks, you know what that means. Oh, I better do this before I forget tomorrow. Not that I can't do it from the title screen, but... Oh, wait, yeah, I can do it from the title screen. What the fuck am I talking about? Let's do it from there. That's it for me. I know I'm talking over the music, but it's not that loud. I'm looking at the bars right now. It's whatever. It's kick-ass music, so... Let's not make the outro sloppy. I'll stop it. I'll stop it. Yeah. So I should do this here then. As always, I appreciate those who came by to watch. Crimson, looking at you, and I appreciate everybody who came by. Or sorry, who's watching the video in the future on YouTube or Twitch. I appreciate the likes, subscribes, follows, all the support that you can give. It's much appreciated. Never gonna ask for it, but not anymore anyway. But yeah, I always appreciate it because again, this is just a hobby for me. Even if it ever does take off, I don't know if that'll change my streaming schedule or not. Honestly, it'll always primarily and foremost be a hobby, a passion. So support is appreciated but never asked for because of that. And as always, I thank you, and please take care of yourselves. That's what I meant to say. Please take care of yourselves. Stay safe out there. Look after each other. And until next time, please have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I will see you all then. Peace. Whew. Time to go relax before bed. Hey, I appreciate the follow, Crimson. I was just about to end the stream as the title screen faded out, but I saw that. You saw nothing. Dagger eyes. I appreciate the follow, Crimson. Thanks. Means a lot. Alright, good night, folks.